McDonald's employees of Reddit. What happened to the ice cream machine? Former McDonald's employee. It's either down for cleaning, it takes hours, it's overheated, happens a lot during the summer when it gets used too much, or lastly, it's genuinely broken, happens from time to time. I just want to know how the cleaning takes hours. I work someplace with a machine and it takes about half an hour to take down and put back up. The machine is rarely broken down. McDonald's has a regular cleaning schedule for it and the cleaning takes a long time. Exactly, it's easier to say it's broken until it actually gets cleaned. It takes an hour to clean, and management doesn't want to pay people to stay after closing, so the manager would tell us to break it down for cleaning an hour or two before the place closed. This is knowledge from 20+ years ago, but I doubt the ice cream machines have changed that much since I started my wage slave life at the Golden Arches. Ice cream machines take liquid soft serve stuff in big tubs at the bottom. They get pumped into the main cylinder of the machine where they are chilled frozen to the consistency that comes out of the ice cream machine. You know that party of 20 kids who just came in from some sort of activity? They're the third group in the last 30 minutes. And the liquid ice cream mix that is currently replacing the frozen ice cream hasn't chilled down to be solid yet, so if we pull the handle on the machine, you'll just get melted ice cream soup all over. You want ice cream? Wait another 30 minutes or find somewhere that isn't a McDonald's on a busy night in the summer in the Arizona desert. The machine never actually broke down over the 3 years I was there, probably thanks to us actually going through the cleaning and breakdown process at closing each night and doing it right. But it sure as heck couldn't keep up with the demands of youth groups who wanted their 39-cent cones. You know what's interesting? There is obviously no McDonald's policy which outlines you telling customers that the ice cream machine is broken when it is offline for cleaning or maintenance or whatever. But every single McDonald's store in the world has a Shake Sunday machine. And every single store crew person that works in that store has come to the conclusion that it's just easier to tell customers it's broken when the machine is down for cleaning. Yeah, +1 to all the cleaning comments. People will simply not believe you when you say cleaning. Think of all those unrequited Karens. To say broken is partially true. The machine is broken down to clean, but also has a certain finality to it. Yep, broken means you believe I can't fix it. Cleaning means I have control over it and you believe I am deliberately withholding ice cream from you, which will lead to you pitching a fit. Ex-employee here. Our ice cream machine was down for about a month straight because it broke, genuinely, and they had to get a new one shipped in from overseas. It had signs up on every counter, in every door and on the self-service machine. Still had people asking for ice cream. It was a dark time. Then, after it was replaced, it has these fits of going so stupidly slow that it takes a solid minute of holding the handle down to get a cone's worth. I've left now but I wouldn't be surprised if it still messes up at least once a day. Those machines are honestly pieces of crap. Those machines are honestly pieces of crap. Well, there we go. Question answered. Time to close the thread. Nothing else to see here, folks. In my experience, it really just needed to be cleaned. Seriously, guys, you want your ice cream from a clean machine, right? And we're open 24 hours, right? So at some point it will be routinely cleaned while we are still taking orders from customers. Don't freaking get mad about it. At least you're not getting a freaking foodborne illness, right? If you want to live dangerously, try the ice cream machine at a dessert bar in an all-you-can-eat buffet. Worked at 4 different McDonald's stores in Western Australia. Those things are ridiculously temperamental. They do what's called a heat cycle, where it heats up the mix and cools it back down. Not 100% sure the reason. If something goes wrong and it doesn't heat up within 2 hours, and then cool down within 2 hours, it has to do the whole 4-hour cycle again. Once it's failed 3 times, the mix is like custard and has to be thrown out, fully cleaned and restarted. The cleaning also takes 4 hours. There are other reasons too. I can elaborate more if anyone has any more questions. I was IM management for almost 5 years. I've never once in my life have not been able to get an ice cream or milkshake from McDonald's. Then again, I live in the Netherlands where they might have different policies. My partner works at McDonald's and says they do have a strict cleaning regimen though. My experience is from a McDonald's at the shopping center next to a primary school, basketball courts and, more importantly, a high school. So every day after school about 100 high schoolers flock to Macca's to get food, and after the first few you have a 30% chance of the machine working. I had an employee at the drive-thru tell me the machine was broken once. At the same time another employee inconveniently, for her, walked out of the back holding a shake. Needless to say, I got my ice cream. 1. The machine went into heat treatment without anyone telling it to. This will take hours. 2. It's being manually cleaned and put back together. 3. It got put back together wrong and it's making a scary noise, so we've turned it off until a senior manager that knows how it works can come in and take a look. 4. It started smoking. We don't know why. We're waiting for a technician to come in and fix it. 5. It's being drained after a newbie put shake mix in the sundae side and all the ice cream started coming out as crappy frozen grainy yellow garbage. 6. Someone opened the top to put mix in, and a wasp fell in it. I've been at MCDS for about a month now, and for us our cleaning is during the middle of the night early mornings, 24-hour store, but if it's down during the day it's because there's no mix in the cone sundae side and we're either too busy to take the 10 minutes to refill it, too understaffed to take the 10 minutes to fill it, or we didn't notice soon enough and that whole side of tubing froze over, so now we have to wait for it to death or enough to put the mix in, and then wait for mix to get to the right consistency to sell it. Too many ice creams pulled in a short period makes the machine begin to dispense runny ice cream. Obviously they don't want to be giving out ice cream soup, so they just say it's down for a while to give the machine time to go back to normal. I used to work at MCDS, where I work. In the span of 1.5 years the machine was down like 4 times. I don't know why you complain so much, but when it's down it's because the machine is too hot. The real question is, why is it that only McDonald's seems to have this problem? You never hear of a Dairy Queen ice cream machine being broken. I am guessing they probably have multiple machines at a place like Dairy Queen. If one goes down they have another for backup. When you base your business around ice cream you can't have one go down, then no more ice cream. Cone's been $1 here all summer and it's a huge hit. Every MCDS must be cleaning it at night or doing some excellent voodoo because I've yet to be denied and I've had far too many. The true thing that gets broken here guys is my heart, ambitions, and soul when I hear them tell me that it's all over and no ice cream today or maybe ever again. I worked at a MCDS as my first job for about 2 years. Our ice cream machine never once broke. Cleaned after hours. IDK if ours was magical or what. All reliable. I worked at McDonald's in the early 2000s. The ice cream machine requires a very long and complicated cleaning process. If that cleaning process happens during busy times, we just turned the machine off and said it wasn't working. The cleaning takes hours. There's so many parts that need to be washed, placed, removed and let to cool down, heat up, so it can take days. Scheduled cleaning that takes hours at a time. Also closed about an hour before close because of how long it takes to clean. I work in the back on grill so that's all I know about it. Hey McDonald's PR, make this a YouTube video and show people what's really going on so we can stop making memes about your ice cream machine. Former employee here. The guy who usually cleans it is on vacation and no one else knows how to put it back together and restart it. Worked there in high school for 3 years. Never once did our ice cream machine actually break, although I will concur that the cleaning took forever. We actually had more issues with people ordering lattes, mochas, etc. after 9 PM when we would usually start the cleaning process with the McCave machine. Really pee people off. Not an employee but learned the truth. It isn't broken. It works during the summer but isn't used during the cold seasons. I work at McDonald's. It really just breaks all the time. At least at the one I work at. I love making ice cream things so trust me I wish it worked too. Chick-fil-A can get a milkshake or ice cream at any time, even breakfast. Not that I want a lemonade freeze when I order my breakfast at an airport, but it's nice to know the option is there for me. McDonald's inability to control their franchises and the presentment of their product will ultimately be their undoing. TBH, sometimes my lazy butt managers just forget to turn it on and don't wanna turn it on cause it takes a bit to start up, so they tell us to say we ran out. I know. Freaking laziness. Worked at McDonald's, worst store ever. I can't eat anything from there now. That machine would be growing mold from the inside and the newbies often didn't know what buttons to press to put it in cleaning mode. Moved to Sonic and we cleaned the inside every night while the whole machine got regularly cleaned every week. As a previous employee I can say that we've had no problemo with the ice cream machines, but have our frozen drink machines. Yeah, that's a whole new story. Freaking maintenance not working on it and not many people gave a frick or no one wanted to deal with rude butt customers wanting free ice cream. Sort of unrelated, but I used to frequent this McDonald's a lot at around 12 AM to 2 AM to the point where they knew my order and changed the time when they would clean the ice cream machine, which was nice of them. They are difficult to take apart and clean and then correctly put back together. Usually there is only one or maybe two people out of the entire staff that knows how, and if they are not working then you are sole. The machine turns itself off when it is supposed to be cleaned on a schedule. Former employee here. We used to do a deep clean on our machine overnight to try and prevent it from doing anything unusual, though there were times where if it wasn't put back together properly. This thing is a picky bee too about having everything in the right spots and right amounts of pressure etc. It would do this little neat trick where it would explode heated ice cream and shake mix all over whoever had the opening shift. And other times it would just put itself into heat lock where you had to pull it apart to clear the error and resolve things. They're solid machines, but they are very sensitive when it comes to errors and issues. Former employee here. It breaks down from extreme overuse. When it's summer and everyone wants an ice cream, the machine can't keep up and breaks down. Usually it goes into heat mode, which takes about 5 hours to complete. An ex told me it is one of three things. It is actually broken, not working, it is being cleaned, or it was a slow night and they turned it off. Just quit yesterday and I was told that if closing shift didn't make sure it was filled with the lowering soft serve out would be unusable for a good portion of the next day. I've been to some McDonald's in Texas that have the new ice cream machines. Never seen them go down yet. The night's darkest is just before the dawn. IDK about all the machines, but here in the Netherlands, the ice cream machine is combined with the milkshake machine. On the top of the machine, below a lid, you can find two containers, one with a red cap, for ice cream, and one with a blue cap, for milkshakes. You have 20-liter bags with an identically colored bag, so red goes in red and blue. Simple, right? Well, apparently not, because people always manage to screw it up, at least once a week. Former employee. I worked in the Netherlands and our machine basically always worked, but sometimes the ice cream would come out a bit watery. I unfortunately eat at McDonald's way too much as I am on the road. Yada, yada, yada. I almost never, and really, I think it's never, but I could be wrong, see anyone order an ice cream or a milkshake from McDonald's anymore. I stopped ordering milkshakes when I saw the founder and discovered that their milkshakes are merely a combination of stuff largely unrelated to milk or ice cream. And then I started to hear the horror stories of cleaning the machine, breaking it down, it not being cleaned, and so on. For a company that got its boost from a milkshake machine salesman, you'd think that McDonald's would notice that their sales are in the tank and do something about it. But really their service has gotten so bad, perhaps they're happy the machine is broken so that there are fewer items they need to deal with on their over-bloated menu. Not an employee, but at my local McDonald's the thing fell off the frickin' wall and made a bunch of noise. Everyone was confused. Worked at a McDonald's in Germany, at us. It worked okay. The hard thing was fueling it back up. Not all employees know or can fill it. They need to be refilled with liquid regularly and it takes effort to do so. People don't bother to do it if they're busy or lazy. Long story short, the tubes and pipes get clogged. There's a lot of them and a lot of shake mix in the machine also. But most of the time crew are too lazy to fill up the strawberry chocolate vanilla syrups and just tell you it's broke. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.